FaZe.
Gentlemen, I've got to cut you off there. Can I get some official predictions? Because this one is ready to go. Pimp, starting with you.
FaZe 2-1. I was going to say FaZe 2-1. Okay, I'll just follow suit right now.
All right, that will be it from us on the desk. This one is going to be electric. Make sure you stay tuned in. And for now, let's head on over to our casters, Dinko and Moses.
Yeah, Dinko and Moses weren't available.
We kicked them out.
We got the next best thing. It's Henry G and Anders, and we've got an absolute banger for you here. 2-1 game. Winner of this series will be making their way towards Copenhagen, of course, as we get ready for Overpass. CT side for FaZe. Certainly the favorites going into this one, but Eternal Fire have been excellent this tournament, Anders, as we go in towards long. Lovely headshots here from Robs as he holds strong behind the oak tree.
Look at how ice cold he is. Just casually taking a glimpse down long and shooting people right in the face as he goes. There's no effort at all for him. 3 kills for Rops. And understandably, they're running away. They're saying, this is some crazy person that we're facing out here. Let's not fight him any longer. They're back down towards the B bomb side instead. XANTARES and Woxic. Could they at least get the bomb plant? We love to bring it up, but the bomb plant's so important on that T side.
In MR12, CS2, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's everything. And they can still win this round. XANTARES working with Woxic, that tag team duo, one of which has fallen. XANTARES, though, more than capable of winning a 3 versus 1. He holds towards short right now. He's got a lot of work to do, but there is a kit available for FaZe, and it looks like his position is not ideal, to say the least, Anders, and he won't even get a chance to fire a bullet. It's going to be FaZe with a convincing pistol. Eternal Fire sending all 5 players towards long. Good flashes, but Robs even better. 3 kills, 0 deaths, nothing but headshots. Beautiful stuff.
I think it's the casual nature in which you got those kills just made it so ridiculous. Just not even bothered at all. Just almost a bit annoyed that they were interrupting his picnic out here. He's like, what are you guys doing? Like, go away.
Go away. Get out of here. Well, very convincing, but as you mentioned, and rightly so, the bomb was planted, Anders. So we do have the Galils, a cheeky AK for XANTARES as well. Arguably one of the best players in terms of mechanical skill we have in all of Counter-Strike. So we'll see whether he can actually make this one work. It's a perfect map for this sort of scenario. You've got the AK in hand. You know, there's a few weaker CTs out there with MP9s and FAMAS. For now, though, Frozen playing a very conservative game as he just jump peeks towards long. You can see that we've got the entirety of the Turkish squad here towards middle. Not much resistance to speak of. That smoke towards the bomb site allows them to scale. Trying to provoke a reaction out of FaZe here, but they're not taking the bait just yet. broky. M4 on the bomb site. Robs a transition position. As we get ready for the final commitment in towards A. They could make this complicated. Smokes down towards dumpster and bank. They have a Molotov for the truck, Anders.
Yeah, but
there's a real chance here, but there are 3 CTs ready and waiting.
especially that double long position. I think if they clear out broky, it's going to be really hard to guess that Frozen's out there as well. So we'll see if they're going to be checking it twice, but that's a big issue. broky revealing himself. Robs, that's right, as the smoke is going down. There's broky with a little bit of a lean, but again, Frozen is still out there somewhere. He's actually running the other way around. Robs, he started this game so hot. 3 kills once again. This is already becoming a bit of a problem for Eternal Fire. Like, having Robs at this level early on, that's a nightmare.
And FaZe not giving Eternal Fire what they wanted to. They wanted some duels there. They wanted some fights, and they got nothing. They get towards mid, bathrooms, connector, and they're hoping there's going to be a duel here at some point. Someone's going to challenge us, but they get nothing at all. It's a nice, conservative setup from FaZe, making sure they're working their crossfires, forcing the hand of Eternal Fire, and with that lack of utility, all they could really provide was a couple of smokes, 1 Molotov, and his great positioning there from FaZe leads into a very convincing 2-0 start here. Eternal Fire, no choice but to take, I guess you can call it a partial investment, some deagles pretty much across the board, but no Kevlar. We keep their money around the $2,000 mark here. As we see them just try and bait out those grenades in the FaZe side. Maybe find a couple of picks here. Bomb down would be fantastic, but is it possible?
Yeah, the extra $800 bonus. All the money at the start here really going to make a difference for Eternal Fire, how much power they can put into some of these upcoming rounds. MP9, great weapon for this particular round. If broky could be put into play, make some extra cash behind that. Surely going to be helpful. There is a couple of pistol upgrades really happening there on the Turkish side at the moment, so it could be good. Finding a headshot, the XANTARES gets Frozen. Nice shot. Do it again, and we've got a real round on our hands here. Rops with the AK. In a position you could get a little bit overwhelmed. He does get dinked, but it wasn't with the deagle. Fortunately for him, he's still going to be alive.
Here we go.
Bomb Clan still looking quite tricky because they are getting flanked at the same time. broky relentlessly just continuing, even without the MP9. He's just using the USP, but it'll be enough. No Bomb Clan allowed for.
Well, there we have it. Smooth sailing here for FaZe, the favourites, and then some in this particular series. But Eternal Fire have been pretty tremendous recently, Anders. They've been very impressive as a unit, as a team. They're on the precipice of making it to Tier 1 territory, I think, and everyone's starting to take notice. I think there's a realm of possibility where they win this series. Like the analyst said, it's probably going to be 2-1 to FaZe. I tend to agree, but if Eternal Fire can wake up and show us what they're made of, I've seen them have some excellent Overpass showings here. This is their map pick, just to note. But they're currently 3-0 down. AKs across the board, didn't quite have the funds of the Woxic AWP here. Robs, one of the true masters of CS2. He'll have every single lineup you could possibly imagine. It's all calculated. Spoke down towards one step.
Standing there like he was almost getting wall banged down. Just
yeah, right.
Ice cold facing it. He's on a whole other level right now. But yeah, they got the control outside of B at the very least here. Now they're checking out the connector, another critical bit of infrastructure on the map. Looks like restrooms is going to be up next. So all the map control you kind of want to take here.
Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Eternal Fire have decent territory. 5 players here, but you've got to get past broky. One of the best on Overpass. It's an AWP's paradise, this map, especially on the CT side. Chomping at the bit, but Rops is burning to a crisp. I think he goes down here. A slight advantage here for Eternal Fire in the 4-on-4. broky going to be under a lot of scrutiny. Do they actually just sacrifice long control and push for the bathrooms? The bomb will be going down regardless. Heavy advantage now for Eternal Fire. Rain looking to snatch it back.
That looked like it should have been happening, but somehow XANTARES gets the AK out in time, and now they're going to go for a bit of a retake, double position on long, and they're coming back towards the bomb site. They do not have a smoke, and that's usually such a big tool. If you want to go for that defuse here with the kit, you need the smoke to be up on top. Just tapping it is not going to be enough. They're jumping, they're realizing, and now they're coming up from long as well. You can see Major's making his way up slowly but surely with the AK in hand. The broky distracted for a second. He's going to go down, and the round is done with Eternal Fire finally getting run on the board here. They needed it, and they got it.
Yeah, a bit of brute force there. Slowing the round down. Realizing that FaZe are allowing them to have that solid middle control. All 5 players in. Slight execution. Hit their shots. Bomb planted. FaZe locked out by virtue of the Molotov towards long especially.
And the Molotov on Robs. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, he was
standing in
blind
for a long time.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage, and you can see he's in a very uncomfortable position at that stage as well. Nice work from Woxic. Didn't see him on the rifle too often. That's a pretty nice round from him. The first on the board for Eternal Fire. And they're going to take a tactical pause on their side of the server as well. Trying to calculate what they're up against. It's been pretty smooth sailing though for FaZe. Their money's absolutely fine. We've got a pretty strong purchase available for them. And we'll see if there's a change of pace, a different idea, different methodology presented now by Eternal Fire, taking their own tactical time after winning the first round.
I think the cool thing for me about Eternal Fire is that I can't even count the number of times even Major was in and out of this team. Like, it's been so crazy.
You've had Woxic in, Woxic out, Calyx in, Calyx out, Major in, Major out, shake it all about.
And usually when that happens, right, that's not a great sign. That's a sign that someone's lost control of what's going on. So the fact that they're actually playing well now is kind of wild to me. Like, I think it makes the story more interesting somehow.
That XFloud guy was like in and out of the team as well. Yeah, it's been bizarre. But this is the best looking Turkish squad we've had since Space Soldiers.
Yeah.
You know, like back in the day, Anders. This is the team everyone wanted back then. And you've got new young blood coming through as well. Wakadia, definitely the star player of this squad. Watch out for him, an absolute demon on the server. Speaking of which, we got broky here. Aggressive, looking for any jumping players towards middle. He was playing right back on the bomb side previous, realizing maybe he's giving them a bit too much territory on the T side. On towards the bathrooms now. Still plenty of the round to be played, and you can see it's a very similar approach. They've got long control middle as well. This has been for free, essentially. They haven't had to work too hard for it. Pushing those CTs back, the rotation's coming through, and it's going to be another A execution with just 2 smokes, the same 2 smokes. Bank and dumpster. Flashbang in. and hope your stars can shine brighter than ever.
Well, setting up for it nicely. Here's broky, a little bit of a flick. He gets one more on McKay. It's absolutely picking them apart. And again, Frozen's walking up right behind them. So, actually, Frozen goes down. I can't believe it. They're back in the round. XANTARES with a couple of big kills. He'll finish it off, taking down Rain. How on earth, Henry, did they get out of this round alive?
The Turkish Terminator is back, baby. That is a world-class sequence. We see him with the AK-47 getting the job done. Tears them limb from limb. Like we said, nothing too flashy.
2 kills for broky. Frozen is walking up behind them. These 2 kills, that should have been it. That's a 5-on-3. You've got a massive flank coming in, and it just doesn't matter at all. I can't believe it.
Oof, that last kill especially. Very nice. That sets the tone. It's a huge round for EF to win. As you can see, the ramifications are severe. USPs across the board. No Kevlar, no nades, and 5 players in the connector on the CT side right now. Karrigan, tip of the spear. I mean, it's kind of interesting. He's got this far, but Major was juggling the bomb around. Will make light work of his rival in-game leader and himself, by the looks of things, just making sure they can't get up the ladder. And yeah, a bit of a gimme. No real way FaZe can win this one. XANTARES jumping at the bit just to get involved. Looking for more and more kills. Don't let him get in his zone. 8 and 4 right now. Another double kill for him as we tie things up. 3-3 on the pick of Eternal Fire here. If you're just joining us, this best of 3, the winner will be guaranteed a slot in the Copenhagen Major. It's 1 series away. And believe me, Eternal Fire can win this series. The way this team's been playing the last couple of months, there's every chance they can pull off an upset here. We haven't had too many thus far at the RMR, but I'm welcoming a few more, Anders.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun, I think.
Usually there are so many of them. I agree. It's been a little bit lackluster on the upset front, so this would be a really big one. Even if I do agree, like, Eternal Fire are playing well enough that it could happen. Yeah. But for them personally,
it wouldn't be like one of those historic upsets, because everyone agrees, I think, that by now Eternal Fire are a very serviceable team. Like, they're getting into that tier 1 territory, as they've said themselves.
Yeah, I think that's true. But, you know, as a team, like, imagine what it do to their confidence. Taking down FaZe in a best of 3. Still quite far away, obviously, but tying up the scoreline right now, at least a good step in the right direction. We'll take it. A buy coming out now for FaZe. It's not exactly ideal. You can already tell we're at the minute mark here, and they got 3 smokes left, but not much more than that. No defuse kits on anyone either, so potentially a little bit tricky, although I do like this from Rain. He does spin around, trying to put up the smoke, and he just needed another second maybe, and he could have had the smoke up and had a chance to live through that one, but the idea is great. He got jumped on a little bit too early. So back into our 4-on-4 we go. At about 40 seconds now, the bomb quite far back. This happens a lot on Overpass, and whenever we get to this stage, I always get a little bit nervous. I always wonder, are you going to run out of time here? Could it happen?
It could happen. It always can happen, I suppose. A little bit of presence shown towards B, but that's not the final outcome here for Eternal Fire. They're looking to finish things up on A. Frozen, though, 1 step ahead. Nice defensive smoke. Funnels them in towards the crosshair of broky. He's unable to convert. Is there a sound cue? Apparently there is. Frozen gets his toes singed, and it's now down to Robs to salvage the round if possible. Looking to deny the plan, but it's not going to happen. Anders, I think they have to save.
What a flashbang from Woxic to set up the double push towards Frozen. Like, that flashbang was so good.
You don't normally compliment Woxic on his utility usage. I'll be honest with you, that is one thing. It's a weakness in his game, so the fact you're complimenting on it, fair play. Good for him.
Overpass is actually a crazy map for flashing in your teammates to take fights. Like, it just happens everywhere. There's one particular game I remember. I wish I could remember exactly what it was. A Fallen game where I swear he flashed his way to victory. Like, he flashed every teammate into a fight. Like, I didn't think get many kills himself, but he just set it up so perfectly. I wish I could go back and find that game back in CSGO at some point, because it's like so.
Just go find that specific game.
Yeah,
for the flashes.
Because it was so out of control. You think about it. You flash for long. You can flash your mate to the monster tunnel, and flash like everywhere, every corner. Is just because the distance is so huge. You can do those like silent pop flashes. Like, no one can see it coming.
I'll do you a favor. I'll get on the server myself. I'll go look at the effective flashbangs. I'll give you the updates. I'll give you the stats as we get on there.
Get your hands dirty in there, Henry. Get on the solo.
I would love to. I'm going to launch it right now. We're going to get in as we take a tactical pause for FaZe. 4-3 for Eternal Fire, Anders.
Let's go.
They're pulling this one right back. Their map pick, a 3-0 deficit to kick things off, and now forcing the hand of FaZe. They're not going to force buy into round number 8. It's a partial investment, but the MP9, say what you will about it, but pound for pound, probably the best weapon we have in the game. That's why you see it so often.
Yeah.
You can definitely make this one work. Same goes to the 5-7 as well. In terms of value you get out of it on the CT side, it's up there.
There are some absolute freaks that can use that MP9 even at long range. Like they just do the same burst that you would for an M4 and A. I have no idea how that works, but it always shocks me whenever I see it.
So, effective flashes. Walks a good 4. Major was 6. XANTARES of 2. There's your stats for you, Anders.
All right, I like that.
He's mid-table.
Ooh, Calyx, that's a lot of damage at the start. It's right through the smoke down here. Yeah, smoke was up from the beginning, so don't think anyone could have seen anything. Playing that solo, it's a 4-1 split, right? You've one guy outside of the B-bomb, so it's a very, very classic setup on the T side. And the other 4 are going to be working for map control over towards the restroom, so... Not really running into anyone else at the moment here, but... XANTARES is still the top fragger on Eternal Fire.
Which is what you love to see.
That's how it should be.
You want XANTARES and Wicardia at the top. Walk Sigma table. Calyx is just poor. Major, if he has a great showing, let's go. He is a very capable fragger when he gets going. That's a pretty brutal flashbang from his rival karrigan, though. Funnels them up towards short. They have plenty of time. Plenty of grenades as well. You can see they've got 3 Molotovs, 2 smokes, and what a swing that is from broky. Didn't have any utility behind it, Anders, and he is punished. Doesn't do much damage. There's too much to deal with. Do they detect Rops on the other side? He's got the bomb. In towards Connector, looking for multiple frags here. Can't quite convert the triple kill, but karrigan should be destined to get the 3 HP on Calyx. 2-on-2 now, 20 seconds. They have to go B. They are locked in.
And if karrigan gets that kill, there we go, the 5-7 getting put into play. And Walk Sick locked in. He can't really do much here. 10 seconds left. You have to run if you want this round.
Plant and smoke, baby.
Gotta maybe try and do it, yeah. Trying to plant inside, but that's an MP9 on the other side. Surely Rain gonna be able to find him one way or another.
Oh, he's got
Someone
something.
not connecting. I can't believe it. He did get the bomb planted. Now he's trying to get out again, but frozen. There to receive a mad round.
Okay, this is super interesting. Eternal Fire, like we normally said, the Wolfpack mentality, they're going around as a 5-man squad right now. And every round, they're either going towards A by getting that mid-control towards bathrooms with 5 players literally in the same choke point, or they're operating towards Monster. They get smoked off. They had 5 towards short as well. It gets a little chaotic, and they do give the round up, and that's disappointing because that's the round they're up against the SMGs. They had 2 saved M4s and 3 MP9s. They do allow that round to slip by the wayside. I mean, their loss bonus is going to be low, but the money was reasonably strong in terms of reserve cash. 4-4, first map of this series. Nuke coming up next. Picked by FaZe, of course. One of their absolute specialist maps.
You know, if you want to cause an upset, right, these are the kind of rounds you have to win against a team like FaZe. Like,
exactly.
you give up a round like this, you're not going to have many more chances.
And they got the opening frag there as well. They took down broky with his wide swing.
Yeah.
Towards Connector. There's a 5-on-4 against MP9s.
And it's also the fact that FaZe are able to pick up an AK and the AWP. Like, it's so much money that swings their way all of a sudden. We'll see how much that's going to be haunting Eternal Fire. There's still a chance that they can make it back in this one. Look, at least they're not themselves forced back on an eco, so they can still fight it here.
Well, definitely a default being ran by Eternal Fire right now. Presence towards Playground, Fountain, Connector. Outside B is Calyx. We'll confirm there's another smoke down towards Monsters. XANTARES trying to use his brutal mechanics here towards Long, and broky doesn't take the bait. Doesn't want to give it the fact the AWP is towards that Long position. Frozen will join him towards the bathroom side. You can see the CTs utilizing that smoke time and time again, trying to funnel them up this pathway in towards the A site. Oh, he wants to go in the gray screen. Wicardia, that is brave. Oh, good lord. There was a chance he got away with that.
It's so close, isn't it? He nearly had it. His round is not done yet. 35 seconds here. Trying to get the opening towards Rain, who's inside of the bomb side. Major's working the other side, so they're kind of attacking a little bit all over the map right now. Could be quite hard for FaZe to get the correct call in. A jump around the corner, Rob's ready for it, and XANTARES Gonna have to be a lot quicker than that if you want to take down Rops at the current stage. He's 12-4. Now they're gonna get out there. Major trying to get the fight, but he can't. Rops just can't be defeated at the moment. It's Woxic. He'll have to exit the round, trying to save what he has. AWP on his back, and it's 5 rounds here for FaZe.
Certainly is, Anders. Couple in a row here after winning with the SMGs in the previous. It's one a little bit more comprehensive. A classic CT round. Locking them out of the A bomb site, AWP nailing their shots. Speaking of which, Woxic will take the AWP over. He's currently on 4 kills, 5 deaths. About average for the squad in general. You see XANTARES has a few more. Yeah, he's got 9. This is the moment. That's why they're dropping that smoke, trying to force the hand of the T's, put them in uncomfortable positions. Smoke on the left. Keep throwing those incendiaries on the right-hand side, so makes things stifling when they're coming in towards the A side. But Woxic, nice shot to hold on to his AWP at the very least. He'll take their second tactical pause, ladies and gents, here in Bucharest.
Yeah, but it's getting a lot more serious now because they didn't get the bomb plant. They're going to have a little bit of a weird round coming into this one. It's allowing FaZe to build up even a little bit more money. Right now, the 2 best performers on FaZe are broky and Rops, and they're playing on that A side. Kind of makes you wonder if maybe Eternal Fire, not that you only want to pick on that front, but might be worth testing that B defense a couple of times more.
Anders, do you want some interesting news or maybe some sad news?
Go on.
Falcons are eliminated from the RMR.
That's very
AMKAL
rough
did it.
news.
AMKAL have done it.
I mean, look, credit to AMKAL. That's actually really sick, so...
That's
you know.
huge. I'm flabbergasted.
That is shocking. Probably not what Falcons were hoping
That's
for.
the first real, I don't know, an upset, I suppose, just in terms of name value.
I think,
I
yeah.
guess there's the hype around that team and reputation.
I think that's fair to say. I think that's fair to call it a bit of an upset.
Well,
Well,
he's Robs.
Shooting them through the walls like it was nothing.
Yeah, he's upsetting XANTARES. He doesn't want to be taken out that early. It's a straight up wall bang, you had nothing to say about it. Bear in mind, we do have the Woxic AWP, but not much around it in general. They've just got those Glocks, Tech 9s. A few players without Kevlar. Calyx with just a Glock as well. So, let's try and boost Woxic up here. Is there anything he can find? broky normally around this area. Interesting that Rain, who was like synonymous with the bathrooms on Overpass for so many years, swapped out with Frozen now, Anders. See how it works out.
It's been quite a good addition to the team. Like, he's just slotted right in. It's pretty sick.
Can't argue with these results, can you? Ice cold from David. Finds himself a lovely little 3-man spray down, courtesy of Rain. I think he threw over a flashbang from the B bomb side for him. So, really nice synergy. Rain understands what kind of utility is the most beneficial to that side of the map. Here's Rob's direct duels 1, 4-2 against XANTARES. We'll keep track of that as this first half continues. Getting to the latter end now. Round number 11 out of 12. 6-4. Eternal Fire, a nice spree of rounds, but the money is running thin. Galil's AKs and maybe back to the Wolfpack setup. 5-man unit hunting for frags. XANTARES leading the charge here. He's got a best broky, who's now starting to look his usual self. And kill after kill. First challenge comes in. Ooh. Passes it with flying colors. And all 4 players outside Monster don't really have much to speak of in terms of territory on the map.
And they're switching broky down there. Like, it's so unexpected for them. He's been on the other side of the map the whole game, pretty much. Karrigan, bit of a flash in and a nice spray down. He continues with the 5-7, tries to pick up the AK, and Rain will be there to save him. That couldn't have gone any better. The captain of the team taking him down. This is starting to be a really, really good first half here for FaZe.
All things considered, yeah, absolutely. 3-0 up at the start. Lost 4 rounds in a row, but giving up equal treatment in response. That's 4 now for FaZe. Grand total of 7-4. Final round. And without a plant in some time, it's going to have to be a mixture of pistols, MAC-10s, AKs, and Galils, an eclectic setup for the Turkish squad. Would love to get 5 on the board, if possible, on their own map pick. But now they're up against the boost. And also, this is the traditional boost. Like normally the meta is kind of shifting
Yes.
towards that pillar side on the right, but there are two options still, of course. broky, another opening frag, finds the big man, XANTARES. Getting bombarded with bullets. Utility nowhere near a plan just yet. As they hold, waiting for the incendiaries to dissipate, but I don't know, what have you got left? Galil and a MAC-10, you're just hoping for a massive CT blunder at this point. They're going to leave, I believe, Major tucked away in the B bomb site. broky's going to check it. Yeah, it does nothing for him, and essentially giving up a player for free. They're going to have to run in towards A, hope for the best here. They've got the bomb at the very least, but it's the final round. Extremely unlikely to win it, Anders, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, it's being signaled. They know everything. Frozen checked. He's hearing the footsteps. Going to be one up right behind him. Just an easy kill. I don't think they could have done anything else here. Woxic on his own, and he gets taken down by Robs. 8-4 in the first half in favor of FaZe. The fact that some of these last rounds, it was just XANTARES walking straight into broky, that's just so disheartening, right? He's been playing so well, XANTARES, but they can't even use him for the last couple of rounds. Just broky there at the right place every time.
CTs didn't present too much aggression. We didn't see any T-spawn flanks. No CTs pushing out long. It was just a very usual conservative half there from FaZe. Didn't have to break a sweat. And same story for Eternal Fire as well. Quite conservative their T sides. Lots of 5-man approaches. Defaults into basic executions. And it worked out pretty well for a few rounds. But you've got to say FaZe going to be very happy that first half. 8-4 in their favor on their opponent's pick. broky, some absolutely sensational picks there. Round after round. Already found his mojo here. Robs, to say the very least as well. A boatload of frags to close out that first half. They're already in touching distance of picking up the first map here. They can find the pistol on their T side. Could be enough to consider a job done. One smoke. Got to be some PZ50s in the mix, yeah, for broky especially. Let's see what they can make of it. Julies for XANTARES.
Yeah, smoke at a kit as well on Major. Always worth pointing out whenever that combination comes out on the CT side pistol, because could be some interesting defusers happening, even if could see Major's, he's still holding it right now, the smoke, so he's just kind of ready for anything to happen. But out on long, it's where Robs did a lot of great work when it was FaZe on the CT side. XANTARES not going to be sticking around for any of those USP shots. He's just falling back to the secondary angle, back at the bomb site itself. Eternal Fire without much control in this round. They're just really far back on the bomb sites. Doesn't have to be a big deal, but it means you're going to have limited time for the rotations when finally the hit does come. And that's right about now. Smoke in towards the bank. Flash going over. A Molotov as well towards there, and it's frozen.
Oh, wow.
Great double opening. You see they can't push forward. The Molotov is already there. And a smoke making life very, very tricky here. 3 versus 5. The bomb going to be planted. Robs is holding the flank. They know no one's coming there.
Frozen is having an absolute barn burner at some of these very important rounds. 2 kills in the pistol. Like we said, if they win this one, could be enough to convince us it's job done. I don't see a world where the CTs are able to retake this bomb site with no kit. Rain continues to add insult to injury here. Wakadia, a nice effort, gets himself $600 for his troubles. But ultimately, it's going to be 9-4. Very convincing on the likes of Frozen and FaZe in general. And it begs the question now, Anders, do you go all in? You force the issue. Purchase up on the CT side for $2,000. It's not required. You're not quite in the danger zone there, but you're towing the line at this scoreline here. So we'll see if they take the full eco, allow it to go to double digits. It looks to be the case. And they'll be buying up rifles in the next round here. It's going to be 10-4. Almost locked in. There is a world, I suppose, where the USPs can win. We've seen it a few times in CS2. It's a team like FaZe, though. The way they're looking right now, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, they are one of the teams that's, obviously don't want to curse them too much, but they've generally figured it out.
Zeus, like, honestly, this is going to be a mainstay of 2024. The Zeus is going to be very meta. Robs has shown us the potency. It's been buffed in CS2. Yeah, you can see, like, multiple players. It costs $200. And compared to CSGO, where you'd sometimes get the 85 damage, it seems to be pretty consistent in CS2. Oh, this is getting a little bit goofy out there. They're taking a lot of damage, Anders. These Zeus's start coming online as well. You never know what could happen. It's going to be Robs, though, making the first incision. How many headshots are they going to find? Battered and bruised. Ah, FaZe, but continuing to frag. Matchup. And Calyx, oh, the P2000. Stunning. Surely doesn't get Robs here. That would be absurd. As Calyx will be the final player. He's got himself maybe a kill here, though. Yeah, guaranteed. And another potentially, Anders.
They don't even know where.
Long.
They have no idea. It's the silencer. They had no idea where they were getting shot from. That's such an expensive round. That's really funny, but they will still win it on the FaZe side. So, you know, a little bit of a scare. I still think they're going to be fine with it. Losing more rifles than maybe you'd want to. I reckon the Zeus is going to get nerfed if he keeps going like this.
I don't think so. I think he got buffed.
Yeah, getting buffed.
Yeah. I want to see if someone, because it recharges now, after 30 seconds of his first deployment, I want to see who's going to be the first player to get 2 Zeus kills in a round.
There's a trophy for
probably,
you out there.
Probably want to see. All Robs, but
they are likely candidates at the moment.
Yeah. They like that cheese. Here we go. First gun round, though. Eternal Fire. Not going to say it's must win, but it's in that conversation. 10-4. Rob spotting a jumping matchup behind the wooden boards of B. Once the smoke deployed, these third round buys on the CT side are pretty brutal. You can have players without helmets, 3 of them up against the MAC-10 of karrigan. He's a bit of a specialist of that weapon. He's not scared to run in by himself to a choke point, find a cheeky kill, jumping, taking the crosses away from his teammates. And that's exactly their game plan here. He's going to be cannon fodder. He'll be the one to take the damage, get the intel. He doesn't want his main pieces to get damaged en route.
I actually think it's a bit one of the X factors of FaZe is carrying with the MAC-10. Like, it's just so frustrating to play against.
It's what the in-game leaders, so Hooksy does it, Snappy does it. Like, you should be the one being thrown in. Yeah, no, true. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, the in-game leaders understand. Like, it's a very powerful weapon. Like, cannot be understated the importance of a MAC-10, especially against these sort of setups. No helmets. You can see that. Fearful of it. karrigan smells blood in the water. Major will hold on for 1. Can he get the double? Not quite. Calyx and Wicardia, I think they have to save. Like, now we're in the danger zone. For the Turks, have to save these weapons. Loss bonus will be a maximum. There'll be a buy with 2 saved rifles here, but FaZe seem like they're in cruise control. They're also going to have a ton of money. They get $3,500 for 4 players who already have guns.
Just to be honest, if you go back and look at those 3 kills that Robs found at the pistol on the CT side, he's died 5 times since then. He's 17-5. Like,
it really did set the tone.
Yeah, that was already like a bit of an issue. So you can almost tell immediately, like, oh, it's going to be one of these Robs games where he's doing it no matter what. How do you stop it if you're Eternal Fire? They don't know right now. I don't really have the answer either, to be honest. So they need to summon a massive amount of strength. And they're not going to have very much money to work with. It's all looking grim at the moment for the Turkish side. It is their map pick. I think Nuke is coming up as the second one. Not going to get any easier on that particular map, I guarantee it. Another time I'd called for Eternal Fire is they're getting a chance to discuss the current situation at hand. XANTARES, he had a moment of you know, really great mechanical action, but he just got shot down so hard after that.
They're definitely a momentum-based team, right? They need a few in a row. They need a couple of players firing off. I don't think I've mentioned Wicardia that much. Like, no one's on double digits yet for Eternal Fire. Now, I know stats are relatively arbitrary, but yeah, no one's just really setting the server ablaze right now.
No.
XANTARES, he's been on 9 for a while. I think I remember saying he's 9-6 right now, I think was the quote. And now he's 9-12. So he's dropping off. So Eternal Fire, their map pick, turning into a bit of a horror show. Has to be perfect from here on out. They save 2 weapons. Enables them to buy, but what kind of buy is this, Anders? How would you describe this? 0 grenades on the CT side at 1 minute 40. They've got an HE and a flash. Maybe an opening frag, though. There it is, Wicardia. Makes himself known. What a scalp to find as well. Robs is dropped.
Yeah, trying to see if he could make his way through the smoke, but there was just so many grenades landing. I don't think he ever really cleared the smoke either, so...
Got this setup.
Yeah, this is pretty sick.
Couple of layers to it. Some different heights as well.
Yeah, if you get run boosted out there, you're probably going to be dead.
I like that smoke as well. That's that Similar lurk smoke we saw from Eternal Fire. Very meta right now. Enables you to scale up towards the bomb site. XANTARES, hearing the smoke deployed, understands what that might mean. As we said, he's gone pretty quiet the last 6 rounds. A perfect opportunity, Anders, to make things uncomfortable. God, that's a hell of a shot from Frozen.
I can't believe it. You're right. It was the perfect opportunity. He should have had at least the kill. Instead, Frozen, just laser accuracy. Karrigan coming up from behind here, but he's surely dead. Yeah, Wicardi's going to be able to take him down. I think they've pretty much secured the round here. It's just Frozen left. 1 versus 3.
You say just Frozen, Anders.
Oh, they double peek him. He had the time for it. There was a way that he could have won that round. It's not wrong, but at least he got the kill on XANTARES. He doesn't... I'd be frustrated too on XANTARES there. That's too much. Okay, well... It's 1 round.
I'm still stunned, I should say, not shunned, by the Falcons news, man. Like, I didn't have that on my bingo card today.
No,
Falcons
definitely not.
Knocked out by AMKAL.
Definitely not expecting it.
So Movistar Koi have made it, Anders, and Sun Pyres hasn't. You know, like, it's kind of insane.
Yeah. Alex neither.
Alex, yeah, true. Yes, good. Oh my goodness. That's wild. That's actually making me feel something. Not sure what.
There's a big part of the RMRs, isn't it? Like,
God, I forgot about Alex. Yeah, good point. Yeah. The fact they've made it and those two haven't, wild.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know, right? That NIP lineup could have done something more, but it's all in the past now.
It really is.
They have to sit on the sidelines and watch instead, which I guarantee is not what they were hoping for.
Looking for that long pick. Used to have to actually go and jump on the balloons back in CSGO. You can do it from Fountain now. XANTARES. Crosshair. Not quite in the right spot, but Woxic certainly is. Nice opening frag with the rifle. Some signs of life here. Eternal Fire down but not out. broky. More finds the Turkish AWP on the other side, but Wicardia starting to come to life now. A couple of players posting double digits at this stage. Wicardia and XANTARES, the names you want at the top of the scoreboard. Major. As long as he just doesn't go down with nothing here, should be enough. 1 frag is all that's required. Might even get both. Significant damage. I think he might deny the plant with that nade. Yes, absolutely. Great job from Major. Good round from Eternal Fire in general. Like I said, like, down but not out. They can still win this in regulation on the CT side of their map pick as they start to look more and more convincing here on the CT side. Money completely ruined on the FaZe side of things, averaging $2,000 per player. And in terms of loss bonus, they'll be getting $2,400 in the next. So that's going to be 44 across the board. So that means they can't justify any sort of investment really here. They have to have at least $2,000 on per player. So if you've got anything spent, yeah, Karrigan's got a Deagle. That's about it. So bit of a gimme here for Eternal Fire. A chance to stretch their legs, get comfy, build up some of their finances.
It's been a couple of back-to-back rounds here where Rops finally hasn't been able to get more kills. That's a huge benefit to them, just taking care of Rops early on in some of these rounds before he gets himself activated. So I'm sure they're enjoying that while jumping out. Nobody there to help out XANTARES, but at least he got the 1 kill just to make sure that it still stays in their favor. Has nobody picked up the weapon that he had? Surely somebody will. Oh, there we go. Frozen. It was just further away than I was expecting. A Frozen charge. Only for a second. He couldn't really keep it alive for very long. Woxic getting a chance as well. Rain, see if he can make it slightly more expensive, but he can't find the headshot that he was looking for. So instead, Eternal Fire. Yeah, still some
fire in the belly.
Still a little bit, yeah. Some sparks left.
So,
11-7.
Here's a scoreboard. You can see XANTARES, the beast starting to awaken once again. Up to 12. It looks much better in the last few rounds. Wicardia's had his moments as well. Those are the 2 players you really need to turn up in these scenarios. They're the ones that can go toe-to-toe in terms of the aim duels against FaZe. AKs across the board, as mentioned, averaging about $4,400 at labels. Some basic utility. You'll be sacrificing the Molotovs. They have 1 available for sure. CTs, though, starting to provide some flair to their setup. 2 players towards short, looking for some potential connector control.
karrigan worried about a boost. You can do those funny boosts from out there, but no one waiting. This forward setup, I do like this from the CT side. I think it just gives you so much more opportunity to go for quick flanks towards the A-bomb side if you need to. And it gives you a bit of information in case they want to push B. They have to at least force you back, so I do like it. Now they're going to actually continue that forward into it. The bomb is over on that side. If they win this fight here, Eternal Fire, they are really close to winning the round, but they've got to be careful. Waiting for them is Rops on the other side, and he's been sitting on the sidelines for a couple of rounds here. He wants to get back into it. Out of bullets,
way.
he still gets the job done with karrigan.
Oh.
That's such an unlikely round for him to even get the double.
It was round over.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get that second kill, and I don't know how they give him so much breathing room. They get a little bit chaotic there. 3-on-3, still the advantage phase, sure, but as said, that would have been a done deal. Looking for map point here. Grenade towards the bomb side should do significant damage. So with the bullets of Maja and Woxic down to Frozen. The first clutch scenario we've already had here, and he's going to nail the first shot, but XANTARES will find him through the smoke. Eternal Fire keep their head above water.
Just got to look at the bomb inside and everything is fine. Yeah, that's a good retake. If Arcadia doesn't get those 2 kills, yeah, probably they just get completely wrecked behind it. He was in so much trouble. The middle of the spray, he just runs out of bullets. Got the job done with the pistol instead. Technical pause here, so we'll see. Probably just a headset or a team suite type of issue. So we'll get back into it right away, but I don't know, this game is back on. I was starting to lose hope for Eternal Fire. It really looked like they were losing control of Overpass. It's their own map pick, so you don't want to see them give it up too easily, but yeah, they're starting to wake up a little bit now. Still kind of expecting that there's going to be a round thrown in here where it's karrigan with the Mac 10 just kind of leading the charge, you know, going through the monster tunnel just to displace the defense. Surely that's coming.
See what they've got up their sleeve, Anders. For now, the money's relatively compromised. It's just under $4,000 per player. Considering you do have a small buffer of rounds at this stage, after Eternal Fire have posted 4 in a row, you might consider a half buy. You might consider it's a pocket strap from the get-go. We'll see if that's what they've got in mind here. Second time I used buy phase. And yes, indeed, going to be purchasing the Tech 9's 1 Hero AK. It's in the hands of Rops. 19 kills to his name. And as mentioned, a pocket strap basically means you're calling something out of spawn.
Yeah.
With set smokes, flashes, Molotovs, you're trying to pounce all at once, get past the choke points and swarm the CTs with your running gun potential, especially with those Tech 9s. So they're going to go towards the A side of the map, which suggests this getting through that connector. Try and displace the CTs, push them back towards the bomb side. See what they've got on their sleeves here for now, though. Spam coming in from Maja.
Spam up their sleeves, Henry.
He's got spam up his sleeve, yeah.
It's a funny mental picture. Oh, I'm back
Don't
on.
do that. Not safe. All right, then. So here we go. Watch out for those smokes. Flash is going to come in momentarily. Woxic nails that first shot. These are the ones that it really does have to nail, Anders. They'll be the easier ones of his game for him, and that's fine. He gets 2. That's more than enough. No problem.
Definitely a scary moment for Woxic there. I mean, that's one of those rounds you can really let it go off.
Yep, absolutely.
karrigan's picked up the AWP, and a bomb plant here would be quite nice for them. Doubt they're going to be able to win the round, but Robs is alive, so I don't want to rule it out, really.
Bro,
There's
once upon a
always
time, karrigan
chance.
was an AWPer.
Yeah, well, here we go, trying to roll back the ears a little bit. Oh,
Yes!
It's him again, another shot. And he's pulled out the pistol looking for the headshot. XANTARES on the other side. Safe pair of hands to get this round on Eternal Fire. They needed it, but there was a moment there. A little bit of a crossfire. If Robs lives run of the second, maybe there's a way. Still, they do a lot of damage. They get the bomb planted. It's not a bad round.
Certainly. Now this game is a bit of a question mark.
It's true. There was a time when we lost karrigan to German Counter-Strike. Like, he was spending all his time down there.
Yeah. And North American as well.
And North American.
It's in, was it Envy? Was he in? Yeah.
He's had such a longer, it's so stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. What a career. Either way, Anders, we do have money back online. The broky AWP is deployed. And we'll see whether FaZe can post map point. Right now, Eternal Fire looking very convincing. Like we said, if they can just find their financial footing, even at a, what was it, 11-5?
Yeah.
11-4, like they can still bring this one back, and now they're looking like a dominant CT force. They've done significant damage towards Robs, pretty much nullifying his round. He's down to 26 points of health. Frozen, he's been great. Holding connect up. CT's playing on the more conservative side of things here. Cardia looking to change that up. Boost to protect him from short. As he confirms that this area is completely clear.
Oh, so close. Any connection, and Bacardi is going to be able to hear it on the other side too, but Frozen will make his way past. Robs took damage, but that was early on in the round for the smoke. Him and Bacardi were changing, or exchanging a little bit of damage through that smoke down to the monster tunnel. XANTARES, dangerous run back there. If they actually swung for him, there's a chance that he would have got caught. We're down to 40 seconds. They're going to be setting up some pretty deep smokes. I think one of them for the high ground.
Some rotations here, Andrew. XANTARES is out of there. Oh, it's not pretty from karrigan, but he makes up for it. The flashbang's so effective that Woxic can do nothing about it. They took the bait. The flashbangs are so good over towards B. Some basic utility has completely dislodged the defense. And now it's FaZe with a 5 versus 3. The perfect call here from karrigan. Can they stick the landing, though? It's going to be close. Calyx will find a double kill.
Gonna have to do a lot better than that. This retake is still very, very tricky, especially with broky holding the angle. Near impossible now for Magic to do much of anything. He's gonna have to try it anyway. They're running out of rounds. 1 versus 3 for him. He's up, pick up the first one. Flash, he's got a kit as well, but listen to that beep on the other side. Time is running out of this round, and the bomb is planted way in the open. I don't think there's a safe way to get this round. 3 can't really find them either, so gonna have to back on out of the round is done, even if he gets the kills here. Great job out of FaZe. You're right, the flashes, but also I think they threw a really, really deep smoke that landed up towards the sniper spot. Just thrown from way outside of the B bomb site. So pretty impressive work. I don't know how that sold it so bad for Eternal Fire. They all rotated.
Yeah, they took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Around 30 seconds remaining. Robs with some utility deployment towards B. XANTARES, not sure whether he got some conviction from his teammates. They heavily rotated, just leaving Woxic alone, and he wasn't even really on the A bomb site. He's behind APC.
Yeah.
He didn't have any control of the site whatsoever. They assumed it was going to be B. It looked like he was transitioning as well. And now it has to be a perfect game. They're certainly capable of finding 3 rounds in a row here on the CT side. Boosting up. This is the more meta boost we were discussing earlier.
Yeah. A couple of big benefits to doing it that way. I mean, for one thing, you're not getting exposed as you're jumping up. That was the other weakness, is you could get picked off just trying to get up there. 12-9. You're not wrong, though. 3 in a row? They could be done.
Absolutely. They just win this round. Like, you've kind of reset the money for FaZe in general.
Rain having a moment. Setting the hedges on fire.
He's having a rough time out there, but he's providing the distraction over towards A now. His teammates are getting ready to deploy themselves in towards the B bomb site. Calyx has been very strong with this AUG. And it looks like a done deal here. Wakadia finds him a 5 versus 3. Badger, though, sound cues, but broky's taking so much damage en route. I don't think there's a world they give this round up. All comes down to this frag. If Wakadia goes down with nothing, maybe they're onto something.
Yeah, it's very late. I think even the dream of getting a bomb plant here not going to be doable. So just maybe save. They don't have a lot of money in the bank. No money really in the bank on the FaZe side. So might just be okay with having the AK and the AWP into the next round. So 10-12. I mean, again, they're not far off. Even if they're fighting for overtime, I think they're going to be fine with it. They're going to be happy the way that this is rolling out. The map pick of the Turkish team, and you're getting a sense of why. I think the analyst said 2-1 in favor of FaZe. Kind of also, you know, suggesting that even if FaZe is the favorites here, there's some respect, I think, being granted to Eternal Fire for what they've been doing in the last couple of months.
Yeah, dude.
Understandably so.
Everyone's been very impressed.
Maybe worth just acknowledging that Major is actually top fragging right now on the EF side. It's pretty crazy.
That's true, not necessarily the news you want to hear, but it's always great when it happens. Like, they didn't make the playoffs, Cato, but like some of the scalps they were taking, some of the Counter-Strike they were putting down was just very impressive. They're just looking like a well-rounded unit. Not many flaws in their game. Like before, like the Turkish squads were just known as brutal aimers, didn't have much theory behind them. Now that there's a full package, they've got everything. And they're giving FaZe a real run for their money here. And the first map, 12-10 sure, but as I mentioned, the money in a pretty precarious spot. It's going to take something quite magical from karrigan. They lose this round, and as we're going to overtime. Are they going all in, though? They're going to spend every last dollar. Not quite. broky and Rain all in, but Robs, karrigan, and Frozen will take a half buy otherwise. They did save those two weapons, I suppose, so
Yeah.
you get no extra cash into this follow-up round. They do have the AWP available. AK for Rain. Could be enough to win the round here. It's not much, but it is enough.
They've been pretty active down at the B bomb side to turn on fire for the defense. They like sort of poking out of there to see what's going on. This time they're a little bit further back, but we'll see how long that's going to be lasting for. Still 4 people leaving XANTARES alone at the A site, so yeah, there we go. Major started to fall back, and FaZe spending their time boosting and peeking, looking for any kind of a setup. They're not going to find anything at the moment here. broky with the AWP, definitely capable of changing the round. He's had some pretty beastly shots already throughout the map.
He really has. Speaking of beasts, XANTARES is going to be unchained here. Ready and waiting. The flashbang's very effective. They overlook him. Oh! It's not pretty. Oh, he's jumping in the air as well. Still good with the triple kill. XANTARES, quad! And Rain thrust into the clutch. 20 seconds remaining. That was on a knife's edge, Anders. I don't know how he gets away with 4, but we'll take it all day long. He even jumps. He even had a mouse wheel bug in the mix as well. Rain, 10 seconds. As the hype starts to dissipate. I can't believe he gets away with it. But there it is, XANTARES in a prime position. So strong, even while fully blind, and a couple of fumbled shots. A jump in the mix as well, right here. The flashbang from Woxic again, Anders.
Yeah.
Saves the day out. So credit where it's due. His utility has been great today.
And it started so off balance because Calyx got so flashed and just taken down. That was a nightmare to begin with, right?
So
somehow it turned around anyway.
Final round of regulation here. We've had a lot of overtimes at this RMR.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, this is going to get really exciting. Imagine if they are able to pick it up after being that far down. What, 11-5 or something at one point? Now back into it once again, 12-11. All they need is 5 more kills to get this one into overtime. Remember, this is their map pick as well. I think winning this map is critical to Eternal Fire.
Yes, agreed. And they're certainly in the conversation to do so now.
Because again, the issue is, if they don't win it, they're playing Nuke against FaZe as a second map, and that is going to be a very, very tough deal.
And bear in mind, they lost both pistols, Eternal Fire. They got 0-3 both sides.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
well, let's see if they could do it. It's a pretty decent buy here for FaZe, all things considered. I think that's also why Rain wasn't too quick to try and get the bomb planted in the last round. He wanted to try and see if he could win it right then and there.
Major spots 2 on the jump.
That's massive.
You can see those comms being given out. 40 seconds remaining. They won't have much time to transition. He knows it. He's calling for the rotations. They've got 4 players on the Eternal Fire side. Ready and waiting on the B bomb site here. It's up to Rain to try and find a pick, but Robs goes down with nothing. Same story for karrigan. It looks like we're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We'd have it no other way. 20 seconds. Rain might be calling for the troops to rotate over, which they will. And there's one player towards the bank who's playing it smart. Doesn't want to give this one up. Here comes Calyx. Oh! No.
I can't believe it.
Not like this.
Where did the bullets go? The bomb gets planted.
It can't go down like this.
Maybe it can. Rain about to get shot at the back. Maybe that'll be their saving grace here. He's seeing the backpack. He knows it, Macardia. He's a step away. Just pull the trigger right now. Don't try and overdo it. There's the kill. Wakadia on the double. And Frozen, the last man standing only for a second. Wakadia, triple kill to get this one into overtime.
Yeah. Great patience there from Wakadia. Guaranteeing the round. No funny business. They had plenty of time to work with. And they brought this map right back to life. There was a moment of madness there with Rain. It's pushing towards the A side. Calyx not able to deny the plant. Maybe they could pull that one off, but they've done it. This is what you call a reverse sweep. Like I said, both pistols going awry. First half, 8-4 against you. And taking it to overtime, advantage. Eternal Fire, they're on the CT side now, Anders. They're my pick. And it's been a stunning CT performance. Lovely work. Wakadia, one of the stars of Eternal Fire, shining brighter than ever.
Oh dear.
He's had enough. Full send up towards short. Doesn't quite connect the shot. Spots one.
That is a bit of a classic though. Grenade right as they're boosting. Yeah, maybe give that one a rest. That's pretty shocking. They still look like they want to try and do it, but I've got to say it's a bit risky. Molotov out. Robs looking for it. He still wins the fight. Unbelievable. They were low already. Calyx gets the shot with the AUG. And now walking through the tunnel here, trying to see if they can find a way. karrigan, sure, good headshot, but the bomb is really far back, and they're going to be careful that someone can run back and pick it up. They might not even need to. They're actually getting every single fight at the moment here. FaZe doing a great job here in the first round of overtime.
Yeah, bouncing back. They are masters of overtime. It's where they thrive.
That is true.
Very difficult to take them down. But back to their winning ways here in the first round on their T-side campaign. Sound cue. The karrigan should be enough to take down his rival in-game leader, Major, as will be FaZe to go 1-0. This time, very convincing round. Doesn't come down to the wire. Not too haphazard. We'll see if we can bounce back. XANTARES just adjusting the headset here. It's been a long old game. This is MR15 territory.
Yeah, that's true. You forget about that, don't you? Well, getting there. The fact that there are no pistol rounds here in overtime, obviously, theory should be helpful to Eternal Fire. They've been playing pretty well in the rifle rounds, like you pointed out, losing some of the pistols. If they hadn't, it might not even be overtime. It might just be Eternal Fire winning it in regulation.
Got Robs at the 20 kills. karrigan instrumental in this round victory. Rain and broky working in tandem, fending off the CT aggression, which we haven't seen too much of today. Both teams relatively conservative with their flank potential and aggressive nature. At the start of the rounds, we've seen a few short pushes, but first attempt at finding long control completely falls apart. AWP for broky and Woxic. AUG for Calyx, who has had some moments with that weapon. Standard CT smoke and the follow-up incendiary as well. Singes the toes of Rain. It's down to Robs here. Confidently makes his way through the first smoke, no problem. In terms of the overall FaZe setup, we have Frozen as usual towards that connect. Robs is probing short. The rest of his teammates will start their excursion towards long by the looks of things. Bomb in the back of broky with the AWP. He'll join Rain as they challenge towards long. No one there.
Yeah, spending quite a bit of time and grenades to clear out this part of the map.
It's key territory though.
It is.
So understanding the CTs don't have vision on that side of the map enables players like Rain to go for big backstabs. If they want to finish up in towards B, he can get in towards bank. And they're sending the bomb back through spawn, Anders. So this could be somewhat of a fake. They're going to try and leave some suggestive utility at the mouth of the A bomb site. Rain will get ever closer towards that long position, but his teammates getting ready to make their way in towards B. Trying to hunt for information desperately. A lot of sound cues given away here.
Yeah.
Calyx could be completely flashed. Oh, he gets the kill just in time. Great idea there from FaZe. They knew what they were up against, but the timing eludes them, and Calyx holds on to the B site.
Couldn't be any closer with that grenade, could it? Frozen. Didn't even need the flashbang. Gonna get the headshot instead. That is a great Molotov, you're right. It's gonna force them back, and they take down Wakadia, who was hiding out there. Rain able to find him, so now there's no backstab coming. Very tough retake coming in here for the Turkish side, no question about it. Gonna try, it's a classic boost to set it up, and they'll get the kill on Frozen. It's a bit of a start here.
Wow.
But they still have to make their way past broky, and they will. Woxic up on the high ground. Rain way outside. What can he do from here? He's got no grenades to get rid of them. Yeah, I don't think there's much he can do. They're a little bit hesitant. They're not quite sure where he's residing in. Defuse already being attempted, and Major's there to save the day. Eternal Fire, what a great retake.
Very calm, very controlled. You're absolutely right. That retake was pretty much spot on. They were being pulled around the map there. They didn't have a ton of information. You can see them scrambling to get some intel towards Monster. It got a little bit chaotic there, and Calyx was way out of position. FaZe had made the perfect call, the flashbang over the top as they swing from shore, but he gets the kill while blind, holds on, controls Monster. And at that point, the bomb gets planted, but as you mentioned, Eternal Fire just keeping it cool, calm, and calculated on the retake. Nice little boost. Perfectly executed by XANTARES, applying that pressure, took the man advantage, and then it was a walk in the park. We have the final round here, the first half of overtime. It's 1-1, or 13-13. First to 16 here in MR12. XANTARES looking strong. Smoke popped open, unable to convert the kill, but gets more than enough information. The grade might be enough, Anders. Oh, not quite. Both of them limping away, licking their wounds. As Major just trying to play with the incendiary, just trying to block off connector, funnel them back in towards B. Wakardia with that first frag. That's Rops down through the smoke of Monster.
Yeah, trying to beat the smoke. I think he was waiting for a grenade. I'm pretty sure another second or two, and he would have been flashed in for a bit of a fight there. Rain pushed back at the start of the round, also wasting a lot of time. Even if they didn't quite get the kill, and it cost XANTARES a lot of health. Very frustrating for FaZe. Now they have to go back and try and do it all over again. 3 people towards B, 2 towards the A bomb sites. The configuration here of the defense for Eternal Fire. And about 45 seconds left. Plenty of grenades on FaZe. One good entry of the A bomb site should be enough to secure the bomb line. Oh my god! Rain! Mid-air! Major just wanted the info and he's dead immediately. Woxic soon to follow. That is such a stunning kill.
Not out of the woods just yet, though, Anders. We know that Eternal Fire have been excellent on these retakes. Their most powerful unit, however, XANTARES, down to 14 points of health, AWP in hand. They'll have to make do with Wakardia and Calyx here. Backstab for the former. He's coming in from connector, but broky more than ready for this one. Averts his gaze for a second. Does that allow him to get out of the connector here? They have to go for it, of course, at the final round. Waiting for the smokes to go down. karrigan, if he just get one from the truck, it would be enough to close this out. Takes a swing. Oh, he doesn't nail the shot. Frozen, thrust into the clutch. He should have a chance here. They go for the defuse. Oh, no! I think they've got it. I think they've got it all day long. He just had to find that one kill. And it doesn't happen. Frozen, a rare miss there. On 10 HP, Major holds on. And it will be 2-1 to Eternal Fire, snatching the round away. And the last few moments there, karrigan knows that should have been theirs. One more shot. One more bullet would have done it.
They absolutely had that locked in. Those isn't great. Those are, in overtime, 2 3-on-3 retakes that Eternal Fire managed to get. It's really hard to do. Look at the shot here from Rain.
That's what it took to even get them into the bomb site. Still not enough. Ridiculous. And yeah, you're right. This is some fantastic work from Eternal Fire. Oh, good lord, Calyx. Getting it done. Low HP. Finds a 2-1 advantage here. One more round to find map point on their pick. broky takes matters into his own hands. He's had enough. Needs to be very careful, though. There is a T in the playground. Flick required. One that will not connect.
Yeah, doesn't want to stick around. Tempting to do so, I'm sure, but you got to know that a timing is closing against you as long as you stay out there. They could be walking up, setting it up for a bit of a flashbang, so...
Well, it all slows down for now. Managing to fend off the initial aggression and bombardment of utility. Eternal Fire reset, smoking off towards bathrooms, trying to isolate Robs here towards a connector. One of the best in CS right now in this particular position, defining how it should be played more often than not. For now, Major best him. Major's had an absolute blinder of a game here. 18 kills. Up there with Calyx and Wakardia. They've got the man advantage here. The incendiary. Oh yeah, I was going to say, Calyx, you have to go for this now. Down he goes. Yeah, he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Couldn't decide where he wants to go, but Major had some conviction. He'll find his second kill of the round, maintaining that advantage. 30 seconds in towards B we go. Rain providing the covering fire for karrigan. If he can get this bomb down towards Monster, it could be enough. He'll be dropped. It's a 1 versus 1. broky versus Bucharest. 20 seconds as he recovers the bomb here.
Yeah, took him a minute to find it. broky taking a long way around. 10 seconds here. Bucharest fakes it once, and that's buying a little bit more time for broky. Now there's no faking it. He just goes all the way through. It doesn't look like he has any idea. broky's closing the gap against him, and there's the AWP shot. He actually
Takes his
makes
time.
absolutely sure he was going to get
There's
that
so
one.
much on the line right now. Yeah, you just want to make sure. I've got a guaranteed frag here. No flick required. Let's double zoom in. Let's make sure it's absolutely on the mark. Nice work there from broky, but down to the minutiaes. A 1 versus 1. Could have gone either way. There's some fantastic shots from Major especially. Now, this is the sort of game I look forward to. This series I knew would be a banger. I didn't think we'd have overtime in this first map. FaZe were looking at that running away with it. Both pistols in their favor. An 8-4 scoreline in the first half. Wasn't quite enough. Everyone's starting to get comfortable on the server right now.
I think at one point Robs was 17-5.
Yes.
So he's had a much harder time at the later stages of the game.
Yeah, that's to say the least. Robs, he's heard you, Anders. He wants to show you what he's worth. The flashbang could come through here. Woxic not going to get blinded by it if that does get deployed. Is he going to go on the reload? He might do. Thinks better of it.
Got to be careful here, Robs, that someone isn't peeking up behind you. He's getting a bit of cover there, but it's not a lot. Oh
Wow,
my God!
what?
That's a blinding shot from Woxic.
The AWPer dueling Robs in a one-on-one and absolutely demolishes him. broky knows he needs to step up. He spots a shadow of Major. Puts an end to his round. Back to a 4-on-4. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Bomb outside B. They've been really trying to make their way through towards this bomb site time and time again. Smoked out for now. In terms of residual utility, they still have the majority of it. Multiple flashbangs, couple of smokes, a Molotov for barrels if required. Rain trying to get the absolute most out of his utility. Wants to make sure he doesn't deploy that smoke until it's absolutely necessary here. If he can get it down around the 40-second mark, Anders, really brutal smoke. broky happy to hold it for now. Deploys it towards short. broky finds a very important frag. Rain with short control allows broky to focus on players like Bucharest.
Yeah, Rain does get taken down. Oh, what a flick! broky back at it. It's a quad kill now, but he's looking for the ace to try and see if he can secure them on the map pointer. There we go. The AWP ace from broky.
Oh, his heart's going to be pumping after that one. He's had some intense couple of rounds here. A 1 versus 1 in the previous, ace in the follow-up. broky is largely in charge here on Overpass. They're the ones on map points here. It's XANTARES and co. looking for double overtime. As FaZe are on track for a 3-0 scoreline. Comes down to the fantastic prowess
That was
of
the
broky.
last dot bullet as well.
True, yeah, that's a true ace, right? That's a real ace with the AWP. You got 5 bullets in the magazine,
So
5 kills.
sick.
Every bullet has to connect.
He's top fragging now with 23 kills. He's overtaken everybody. You did mention it early. He is a beast on this particular map with the AWP.
He's a beast on most maps, to be fair, but yes, especially on Overpass.
Oh, Eternal Fire. They fought their way back from, what, an 11-5 scoreline into overtime, and now they could end up losing it in OT because FaZe are looking pretty good.
It's never that easy for FaZe. I think we get some double overtime here. I kind of want it at this stage. It's been a really great way to kick off the series. Would like to see Eternal Fire win the first match, just so we can see it go the distance. Like you said, I feel like it is a must-win for Eternal Fire here. Oh, not the best spray from Robs, but it will be Major to pick up the pieces towards Monster. Great grenade. Hits the mark. Bucharest drops. That's the stars being removed. Is this enough? Calyx and Woxic left in a possible scenario. Not the cleanest of sprays this round, but it's enough to get them over the line. broky looking to close things out, but Calyx, oh my goodness, he could actually win this. It could be enough. 1 more bullet! And he takes us to double overtime. 4 versus 2. It looked like they were down. It looked like they had nothing left. But it's Calyx. Absolutely perfect with the AK-47. Eviscerates every single member of FaZe in front of him. Carries them over the finish line. And that's going to bring us into double overtime, Anders. Out of nowhere. A 4-on-2 that looked locked in.
My God. Look at the positioning at the end, the 1 versus 3 for him, right? He they're all just, it's just heads popping up left and right. It couldn't have been a better shooting gallery for him. It's so sick. I just can't believe it. You dream about a scenario like this. If you're going to be in a 1 versus 3, yeah, you want this kind of setup for it. My God. 4 kills for him. Double overtime. Let's go.
Can you believe it? One of the best sequences you get to see in this RMR there from Calyx. Resets it all. It looked like a guaranteed round for FaZe. That's going to be a sort of round that tilts you off the face of the planet. It was done.
In retrospect, you wish you could withdraw from that fight.
Yeah,
say, okay,
sure.
just leave him alone. But obviously, it all happened so quick. There really is no pulling it back at that point. It just happened. They couldn't make it. They couldn't actually change their minds. 15-15, ladies and gentlemen. We are going in to double overtime here. FaZe still on the CT side. Great flash setup. That is picture perfect. Robs to assist as Frozen will get the first kill here in double OT. They'll put some pressure, I think, on Eternal Fire now. They got one of the 4 members left, sort of lurking outside of the B-bomb site. What are the rest going to do? Might just join up, but the door not blown open yet, so how do you get through here without being noticed? Look at him just holding this 30 seconds. He's got a Molotov still in hand, karrigan. This could just be an auto win.
I think you might be onto something, Anders. Second kill found. You can see there's no entrance in towards the site available. The hero of the previous one, Calyx. That's his teammates in a 5 versus 2. Plays back to their winning ways. Money not a massive talking point in overtime, but you want to hold on to your AKs. Or the AWP especially, like there's no chance of winning the round, I suppose.
Yeah,
it will be the first of fate.
You especially don't want to give the AKs to the CT side. Like, that's the problem. Wow. Yeah, I think that just slowed them down so much, losing the first fight to that flashover at long. And the fact that karrigan was just at the sniper spot up at heaven with a grenade in his hand ready to, like, even if they got 1 kill, I don't know how they can make it through, so.
And each batch of overtime we get into, now we're in double overtime, you get given an extra pause. Just to note that in the RMR rule set. So, matchup, you can see him giving very clear instructions. Wanting to make sure they keep this one competitive. They were down 2-0 in that second half of overtime. And a 1 versus 4. That should have been the 3-0, Anders, but Calyx.
It should have been.
One of the best clutches we've had all tournament long.
Yeah.
And that goes without saying at this stage, considering the context of the round and what it meant.
Absolutely.
Overtime to take us to double. Yeah, that's huge.
That round was so lost, right? 2 versus 4, it's done. But yeah, Calyx had a different approach. Wasn't expecting it. He was the one struggling a little bit on the Eternal Fire team for a bit.
Yeah.
Now he's not. Now he's back up on top. It's really sick. We'll see if FaZe can continue. So we resume the game once again. broky, he's been pretty good with the flicks down here. Sees the shout. My God, the accuracy is so sick. Magic's back at it again. Rob's getting out-dueled.
Why is Magic so good right now?
He wants to win.
He's going toe-to-toe with Robs. And more often than not, actually, coming out on top. This is looking very good. Eternal Fire.
It's what it means to be hungry for that victory, isn't it?
Yeah. Leading by example.
I think this is why the Turkish team has been so much fun to watch recently. You can just tell that they are really hungry to prove themselves. And they're doing a fantastic job. They didn't lose a single player in this round, just out-battling FaZe. How hard is that to do?
This time slowing it down, letting FaZe play themselves. Waiting until they challenge the angles, especially broky, who gets absolutely wrecked by Wicardia. Same story for Robs as well. It's Major providing some of the crucial headshots required. That was already locked into this point, but still very nice shots from Woxic and Major to close things out. We go 1-1. First to 19 now. Final round of the CT campaign here for FaZe. Looking for a 2-1 scoreline if possible. Blowing open the door. Robs will go for some spam damage here if possible. Nothing connecting just yet. Major's the one to patrol the connector this time. Oh, that's what we're talking about with Robs. That's what he brings to the team. that sort of knowledge.
Absolute geek.
Yeah.
What's he
It's
been
just
doing?
every position he plays, he'll have a real strong understanding of what's possible, when to do it, the tendencies of his opposition, what a scout to find as well. XANTARES didn't even get a look in as he continues to spam the same spot. 5-on-4. Can FaZe close things out with a slight edge?
Last time they were in this kind of 4-on-5 is when they kind of lost track of time a little bit, Eternal Fire. They weren't making the decisions quite quick enough, but it feels like this time they're a little bit quicker on their feet. Already taken over restrooms. It's a good idea, but you could see FaZe are preempting this. They know that it could be coming, so they got 3 people at the bomb site. They're flashing their way in to try and see anything is going on and even putting up some smokes, so quite hard, I think, for EF to get through this one. Deep flash, not going to be touching Frozen, and he's good for a couple of kills there. Woxic, got to be careful. You're the only one that can pick up the bomb right now, and he's losing every single teammate. Frozen, what a way to end the first half of the second overtime here. 3 kills for him, and a 17-16 scoreline.
Oh, there we go. Can FaZe close things out here in double OT? It's day 3 here at the RMR, live from Bucharest. Few teams now booking their place in the main events happening in Copenhagen in March. FaZe hoping to be the next team to do so. Currently up 2-1 here as they switch over to the T side. And their opponent's map pick.
Getting that AUG back out on Calyx. He really prefers that weapon at the moment. That's kind of interesting. Oh, there we go. broky sends the round off to a flying start for FaZe. XANTARES again the first to go down. It's been a bit of a struggle for him.
Yeah, he hasn't fired a bullet in the last 2. Calyx having to take matters into his own hands here. He's going to have to find somewhat of an advantage, at least a response. Trying to get intel. Bacardi will join him. Smoke down at the connector door. Courtesy of Frozen, once it's been blown open by the CTs, you want to clear out connector itself. You don't want to be spammed from short as well, so that smoke is a necessity. karrigan is aware of the tendencies of Bacardi. We've seen him do this a few times. karrigan should have the edge. Oh, flashbang over the top as well, but he doesn't check it completely. And Bacardi dodges the flash, gets the double kill. I have no idea how he comes out on top, but he'll take it all day long. And now Major with the backstab that looks absolutely sublime in terms of the timings. Guarantees himself a kill, even if Robs pulls this one back, which he's making a bit of a meal of. It looks like Eternal Fire may have done enough here. It comes down to this kill. broky nails the shot. Bacardi down to 4 points of health. Woxic will join him though in this 2-on-2. 35 seconds advantage. You might give it to Eternal Fire, even with the low HP. Woxic knows he has to be the one to deliver the goods here.
Almost. You look at the health here, thinking broky. I mean, that AWP could find a rifle, might even be more beneficial. 20 seconds, and Woxic, he's hearing the footsteps, hiding at the edge of the smoke. It's disappearing, yet he wants to relocate himself. 14 seconds left. Nicely done. Does shoot him in the elbow, but it's not enough for the kill. Grenade comes out. It don't get the kill quite, and I think that was his only chance. Now he's locked in, and time has run out. They can't win the round any longer here. broky, it's a good amount of damage. There was a chance, and Woxic will find him. That's sick.
Well played to Woxic. The old Woxic would take those duels. He would fight for that one, but he actually just runs the timer down. He makes sure he guarantees the victory for his squad there. Very well played. Hit the shots as well. Doesn't overcommit. Make sure he's playing his advantages. You love to see that. Brutal shots from broky as well. Eternal Fire tying things up. 17-17. I can't believe Bacardi came out on top there. Like I said, karrigan aware of that prospect. They're waiting for the smoke to dissipate. They flash over as well. Bacardi dodges the flash. Gets a double kill. We go into the 2-on-2. Woxic hears him coming from long. Doesn't take any risks. Gets in the more defensive position. Slows him down, denies a plan. And gets the frags to close things out as well. Who will be posting? Map point first. Couple more rounds left to be played here. 17-17. First to 19.
Rob's deciding to go for the deep damage as opposed to blowing open the smoke. I think that's... Some of you will forget, obviously, you get so wrapped up into the new CS2 mechanics that everyone just wants to blow open the smokes all the time, but
sure,
sometimes you go for the damage instead and it can be worth it. This time definitely was. With Cartier down at half health behind him. Okay, well, they're getting some clearance. towards the restrooms. 50 seconds on the clock here. With 3 people on long, if they keep going long, it's such a compromised setup for Eternal Fire at the moment. Could see Woxic with the AWP is suddenly going to have to spin around and try to shoot them as they're coming out, while they're still defending from the other side. So in some sense, what FaZe are doing here is a really, really great counter to the setup that Eternal Fire have got going on at the moment. But XANTARES might just change my mind on that one. Huge couple of kills, still Woxic getting shot at the back. You could see that was always going to be the weakness, and it's back into a 3 versus 3.
Here we go then, Anders. It's going to be another close one. Nothing is guaranteed here between FaZe and Eternal Fire. Their retakes have been very impressive on the Turkish side. Calyx has been instrumental in the majority of them. This time, though, taken out of the equation early. Rain will find the penultimate frag. It's with karrigan. Incendiary to deny the vision here for broky. Speaking of which, Molotov pretty brutal as well. I think that guarantees the round for them. Oh, they both do challenge, but it's absolutely fine. It will be FaZe to post map point once again here. Could be triple overtime. I'm feeling it. They're on the T side. Things starting to get a bit rough out there.
Why not?
Every round's coming down to the wire as well.
Yeah, that one was really close. And you're right, they've had so many 3v3 retakes on the CT side. Eternal Fire, this looked really good, but again, losing track of long like this is just absolutely brutal if you've got that kind of forward setup.
It's an area of the map that FaZe love to utilize. Their timing's always very good. We're going to see now if they can close things out here. One more round would do it. FaZe for the map victory. Eternal Fire to take it to triple overtime. All comes down to this. Imagine with the set grenades.
Yeah, just in case someone's out there.
Yeah, looking to find those boosted players. No one home.
FaMAS and MP9. That's a bit scuffed, isn't it?
That's a very good point, Anders. Yeah, like, we use $12,500 if you're buying AWPs and you're losing rounds, and yeah, it can happen. Calyx with the SMG. Matchup in-game leader who's been beyond impressive. And after FaMAS. It's broky. Waiting for any sort of CT aggression here. Understands that they'll be probing. A little bit desperate right now.
There's been a lot of CT aggression outside of the B-bomb site when Eternal Fire have been on the CT side, so it's not for nothing that FaZe are at least considering it. It's a good understanding of... Oh my god. Robs. He's been killed like that many times himself. It probably feels like justified from his point of view. Flash is going down, but the bomb is making its way to the other side. It's Major with the FaMAS holding on. Robs is sneaking in just as Calyx is making his way out of the bomb site. This is going to be a heart attack moment for XANTARES. He has no idea that someone's there, and the MP9, it's not quite good enough. Henry, they're in deep trouble right now. A 2-on-4 retake.
It's Woxic. He'll have to save the day, Anders. It looks like they've done enough. A missed shot should guarantee the map for FaZe. An excellent way to kick off the series. It's as tight as you like in double overtime, but FaZe come out on top. Every round was a real nail-bite sack. I feel like everyone on the server turned up as well. There weren't any bad players here at all today. A fantastic game of Counter-Strike. This really sets the tone for this series. My God, I enjoyed that one a lot.